Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Attack on Titan Season 4, Episode 12. Today I already watched episodes 10 and 11. If you want to see my reaction video about that, I'm gonna put the link into the eye. You know that I binge watched the entire anime. You have all of my reaction videos to all of the episodes of Attack on Titan on my channel. Check the playlist that I made for it if you can be interested. And also, I think that you know it, if you watch at least one of my videos, the fact that I have also a Patreon for those of you who really want to support me, because you can see it, you know, with my number of subscribers, that I'm a little reactor, so YouTube is not considering me that much, and for Attack on Titan and for other shows since the beginning of the year, it's rough. I mean, during the 3 first months of this year, it was rough, awful. I was exhausted, desperate. Really, it was hard. I did not hide it to you. I told you so. I explained to you really what was happening and all. Now I can tell you that it's improving. It's not that much better, like they are still blocking my videos and all, but not that much. Like I said for the introduction of the last videos, you don't have the version number 11, you know, of this video, you have the number 4. It's a little improvement, and I don't have to fight for cents anymore, I have to fight for €1. That's an improvement, guys. You know, I'm taking each improvement that I can, and I'm telling you that it's improving a little, because I'm not hiding you stuff. I'm telling you when really the situation is awful, and I'm telling you also when the situation is less awful. I was gonna say good. No, you can't say good when you still have to fight and stuff like that, but it's improving. Fingers crossed. And that's why also I'm telling you each time that you can also support me right there on YouTube by liking, subscribing, you know, commenting, sharing, that kind of stuff, and even, you know, responding to other comments on the same video. It's things, you know, that YouTube is seeing, you know, numbers. Really, they just care about numbers, and it's things, you know, to tell to YouTube that I exist, I'm not going anywhere, I'm not gonna give up just like that, you don't know me, I'm French, you know. Stop. Okay, right now I'm gonna watch episode 12, the last one that I'm gonna watch today. 3 episodes each time for a session. It's already great. And I know that I'm truly lucky, you know, to be able to do so. So episode 12, I think that it's gonna be like the last ones. Oh, first, yes, I have this on my lip. I burnt myself cooking. That was so stupid. I have that thing, you know. That's it, you know, it's not hurting that much anymore. But because of that, I'm drinking everything since 5 days with that thing, and also, you know, it's difficult for me to open my mouth really more than that, so for some words maybe it's gonna sound different. I was saying, you know, the 2 last episodes, there were mostly flashbacks, informations, conversations, no big reveals, if not the fact that Historia is pregnant, and also that Eren maybe made a plan with Zeke, but I'm gonna come back to that. And it's great to have all of these informations after the last episodes about that attack, which were a lot, you know, to take, with a lot of intense action moments, and also with a real emotional consequence, you know, for that. Sasha again. After this episode, it's great to have these slower episodes, at least for the rhythm of it, where we are just talking, discovering stuff, like some information, some flashbacks. It's cool. It's cool because we're discovering a little more about what happened during the time jump and why Eren evolved, changed that much. I said it, at first I thought that he was cold, but with the time and also with that moment with Angie, I feel more like he closed himself to his friends, to his feelings and stuff like that. Even if during that moment with Angie, when he was mad at her and a little violent with her, I hated that moment, truly. He was angry during that moment. That's a feeling, so I can't say that he's without feelings. But he closed himself to other people's opinions, you know, he closed himself to the world. He's living all of his feelings and all, but he's not showing emotions. I don't know, there is really something wrong. For our guys, it's because of his conversation with Zeke when they were all alone. We didn't see that conversation. It would be great, you know, for me to discover it today. I hope so. I'm not sure, but I hope. For me, it really changed something. Like, we know that he wants his revenge. We know that he's an angry guy since the beginning, even when he was a kid. That the first thing that I said about him, even before the attack, kid, you have a lot of anger into you. That attack, that desire of revenge, it fed this anger. But since the beginning, at least, the return of the helicopter. You know what it means when I'm watching Attack on Titan? It means that the world doesn't want me to watch this episode because it's gonna be too much for me to take. At least the two last times, you know, that we had a situation like that, it was that. Careful. I was saying, I don't even know what I was saying. That I want information, that I want these flashbacks, that I want this conversation with Zeke to discover more about Eren, because so far we saw him continuing to be like he is, you know, protecting his friends. He didn't want them to be the Titan, you know, after him and stuff like that. So at some point something changed for him, and I really don't know why. Maybe he discovered something. We know that he has all of these memories of Grisha and stuff. We know also that Zeke, he has a royal blood. Like if they are touching each other, maybe they're gonna discover stuff. I don't know. I truly don't know. And yes, the big reveal, it was maybe Historia being pregnant. But how they said, you know, that it happened, it's weird because Historia, she's not someone, you know, a coward or stuff like that. So if she said that she wanted to take the Beast Titan power, I truly believe her with the fact that she would have done it. The fact that you're saying that she got pregnant to not be transformed, like she changed her mind, she was not that brave, I don't think so. I think that she truly wanted to get pregnant. Why? That's something that I don't understand. And for me, she didn't decide it on her own. So maybe she made that plan with Eren, with Zeke, with someone else. For what? To really gain some time, or to just be sure that someone, a baby, is gonna have the royal blood and is not gonna be a Titan, you know, to be sure to reproduce the royal blood intact without any Titan power into it? For me, there is something right there. And for me also, I can't believe that Eren is gonna truly follow Zeke's plan, like they implied that now Eren is fully on Zeke's side. I don't think so. I think that everyone saw his own interest, you know, with this attack. I'm seeing Zeke, I'm seeing Eren. Everyone did what they wanted to do during this attack with that plan. Our guys, our survey corps, they were not okay, you know, for Eren to go into Liberio to do all of that. But they had to follow him when he was already into it, you know, to follow his plans, his orders. But yes, it's more something that Zeke and Eren decided together, but with the same intention at the end? I'm not sure. We saw that Eren, you know how he was talking about Niccolo and stuff, like, he truly doesn't believe that they can make peace with people outside. When all of the other ones, they saw that it's possible. During the last episode, it was mostly about Gabi and Falco discovering Paradise Island, and that you have normal people living right there and that they are not devils, and that they suffered with what the warriors want and provoked. Falco, he totally understood that. Gabi, it's really hard for her to admit that. She's so brainwashed with the fact that her ancestors committed wrong stuff, that she has to feel guilty about it, and she has to beat, you know, the audience. Don't feel guilty, to regain her honor. For the audience who feel guilty, she really sees the world, you know, in black and white, and she has to change that, to evolve. During the last episode, maybe I sound a little rough with her, but you saw it during the last episode. I truly appreciate the girl, how brave she is. Even if I can't forgive her for what she did to Sasha, I didn't hate her for that, because I can understand her reasons why she did that during that moment. Like for Reina and Marco, you know, I can never forgive, and if you are showing me Marco, I'm gonna have a little thought being like, right now. And same for Sasha, but at the end, I don't want them to die. I don't want them to pay for something that they were forced to do during that moment, that they thought that they were forced to do. You know, I don't hate Gabby, not at all. And on the contrary, I truly appreciate, even love, maybe, I think, her character, what she represents. But she needs to evolve, like, truly. And yes, I want new flashbacks, new informations, and new stuff like that. Please. I'm gonna stop this intro right now. Remember that if you want to have my Patreon, on which we have 6 episodes of advance, 2 weeks of advance, seeing it differently. It's really a lot. And we've extended our 4 action parts, it's 4 action parts, and I put a lot of them for Attack on Titan. And extended action part, I'm seeing it also, it's still interesting for you, I think, because I'm not forced to cut like that each 5 seconds to play with opacity and stuff like that. It's really the thing that I wanted you guys to watch at first, and that I was forced to change because of YouTube. Let's say it directly, honestly, transparently. Let's go for this episode 12. The discussion or not between Eren and Zeke. Maybe it would be too easy to put it right there. Still flashbacks and conversations, I think. And also, Eren is still in jail. We have people outside who want him out. We have also Armin, who said that him and Mikasa, they would go to talk with Eren. We have some of our guys being against Eren. Maybe we can have something about that, you know, Eren and his relationship with everyone. Maybe it could be a good introduction to the flashback, you know, with that conversation, or to the next episode in which we're gonna have that. Something like that. You know, I'm trying to imagine how they can build the next episode. Because I know again that the first part of this season ended with the episode 16. So, you know, I'm trying to imagine how they can end with a big cliffhanger, with some action moments. So before that, we need to discover more stuff. How they can do it. Let's go for this episode 12. Annie! No, you can't break it. It's Ichna? I didn't recognize her. The fact that it's Ichna, you know, big an eye on her. When she's gonna wake up, when she's gonna go out, she's gonna be like, what happened? What did you do, all of you? Or maybe not, you know, she's too cold for that. She's gonna be more like, again, you screwed everything. Yes, truly a crush on her. Bertolt, I don't want. They're not giving them the truth, and you promised that you would. But when they are saying that, you know, we need Eren Yeager, what they mean by that, it's we need revenge. Ah, to see Eren! Something is wrong? Really, in my mind, when I picture her, you know, in the reality, I'm seeing Yelena as a young Brienne, you know.
手遅れになる。それでエレン自らマーレの中枢に潜伏し兵団を動かすように助言なさったか。兵政権に葉っぱをかける必要があるとは申しました。それだけかの。エレンの誘導に成功しジークが望んだ通りの結果を得たわけじゃ。私はただエレン・イェーガーに私を知ってほしかっただけで。
Who you are?
我々にとってエレンの持つ思想はマーレを打ち砕く望みなのです。彼はたった一人で我々を長年苦しめてきたマーレに天罰を下したのです。
Take one of their titans?
二人の兄弟によって世界は生まれ変わります。私はそれを彼に
It
見ていた
never
だけなんです。
ended well.
交わした会話のすべてをお聞かせ願おう。うまい嘘のつき方を知ったか。時折事実を混ぜて喋ることじゃない。
True. So your face is gonna be like you're telling the truth.
俺たちは仲間でしょ。この3年間共に汗を流して培った。まったくですよ。皆でエルディアの未来を誓い合ったのに。イエナがエレンと密会したことを認めた。
You didn't know?
どうですか。本当に知らなかった。
Zeke didn't put you into that plan?
イエレナがそんなことするわけないとは言わないんだね。イエレナについて知っていることは全て話すんだ。我々の今後のためにも。知っての通り、我々義勇兵を組織したのはイエレナです。そのために彼女は自ら手を汚すことでジークさんや組織への注意を示していました。寝食を共にした友であって、こちらを疑ったマーレ人は全て自己死として葬った。
I remember that Zeke said that she was keeping an eye on some of these soldiers, you know, talking about the scouts once on that boat.
よし、私についてきてくれ。オニャンコパン。
Onion Copan, Onion Copan. I have trouble to remember and pronounce his name. Onion Copan, Onion Copan.
君たちとエレンを面会させることはできない。
You have to.
エレンは義勇兵と密会したことをひた隠しにして、今回のマーレ強襲、彼が単独で過ごしたマーレでの時間についても依然として空白のまま。
We talked a lot with Falco, discovering how these people are living, his grandpa.
そんな。エレン、どうなりますこれは。なんでもない。置き場に困ったものを先ほど新兵に運ぶ。
It's the chair on which you tortured guys. That was awful. No, I'm gonna do that to Eren. He's a titan. But you're planning to torture someone else? Yelena? No. If you can't see Eren, really, I want to see Historia and to talk with her. I think that in a way she's part of the plan. No. What happened? I mean, I know what happened, but that was a terrorist attack, you know? To kill people right there. The bomb was maybe into the chair? Or it was one of the soldiers? I love the fact that they're screaming back, but no, you have the wrong reaction. An attack, you know. I think also. An attack on the government? Coming from where? From who? Ah, the recruits that you saw. Yep. Cloak and his friends? Oh, that was a diversion to make him escape. Hi, Eren.
お前しかいない。エレン・イェーガー。話し合えばきっと分かってくれる。
Oh, Armin, you still have hope, you know, about
ジークの居場所を特定せよ。
peace talking. Eren, you're against us now? It's logical for Eren to have allies like that. Jaegerist.
ジークとエレンの接触を果たす今回直接の引き金となったのは兵団がエレンから始祖を移そうと画策していたからだ。何よりイエーガー派の多くは調査兵団からだぞ。どう責任を取るつもりだ。
Oh, again, it's, you know, factions of the militaries against each other. Be careful with that. Oh! Also, oh, it's really still the garrison against the Survey Corps against... Oh. History, yeah, I really think... Huh? You need him to defend you, you need him, yes. You're forced, in a time of war, you can't fight with your best weapon, your only big weapon. To negotiate what? Eren? Negotiating? No! No test! No test! And no rambling at the end no matter what. I understand your logic, Pixies, but I hate it. Why do you sound so hypocrite, you? For now, that's what you should do. Really? Oh, it could be great, you know, to be sure to have your alliance at some point. They do. In front of Eren, Mikasa, the question is gonna be asked. Like? Gabriel Falco, the music is really great, but it's... You're inside, Pig? I mean, already because we saw that Reina at the end of the last episode, he didn't want to wait for 6 months, so he wanted them to go inside. You're gonna make an attack, but before that, some of you went into the island are hiding themselves again. And you're already there. Not a long time, you know, passed. And it means that before that, you know, before this attack that you're gonna plan, you're gonna learn that Eren escaped, that he was in jail, that he escaped, that he has some allies, including Zeke, apparently, that Zeke is right there, survived, like you're gonna have the confirmation of it. You're gonna try also to find Falco and Gabi. Falco and Gabi are gonna have access to that big and rich restaurant. I'm afraid that maybe she's gonna be in contact, you know, with high people like Historia, like the lady, you know, from another country. I can't remember her name, I don't want to pronounce it bad. And she already saw you, at least she already saw Udo, and you already saw her. That's gonna be important. You're gonna know, Gabi, that we have allies with this country. That's an information, a big one. You know, to prepare for a possible war, big war. Pique, you're already there. Right now also maybe? Galliard? You know, I would put, maybe not all of the Titans, but at least half of them already on the island to attack from inside when you're attacking from outside. That's all what I can get, I think, with that final picture, knowing that Pique is already right there. Eren, you escaped. You planned that bomb, that terrorist attack on the government right there on Paradise Island. You have the people, you know, the people, the citizens on your side, because our guys, they lied to them, at least they didn't say the truth, that they were keeping Eren in jail. All of them, they are considering that Eren is saving them, and when they are seeing that, again, it's because of the fact that they want their revenge and Eren can give them their revenge, the one that they want, you know, after all of these attacks against them. He had allies, you know, into the military. He has allies with the people, the citizens. Now it's out. He has a plan. He wants to see Zeke, maybe also Historia. Again, I think that Historia is a part of that plan. Again, getting pregnant like that, it's not like her, you know, to act like a coward and to suddenly switch her mind about not taking the responsibility, you know, of taking the Beast Titan power. It was for a particular reason. Maybe to give more time to Zeke with that power, maybe also to have a kid with the royal blood who is not gonna be a Titan, maybe for another reason that I can't see yet. But Historia, she made that plan with them. At least Eren, you know, someone that she can trust that much to do something that big, you know. You need to see her. I want to see her, I want to speak with her. I have the impression that she can give a lot of information. I would have loved, you know, to have a conversation between Mikasa, Eren and Almin to see how their relationship truly evolved is right now, truly, but we didn't have it because Eren did all of that without telling you, and how can you not take that as a betrayal? He killed willingly the government. He escaped to make the next step, you know, of his plan with Zeke. I don't think, you know, that a part of his plan is to attack them or something like that, but I think that if you're trying to stop him, he's gonna be against you. Something changed for him. Oh, and I didn't understand that well. I thought that really it was Zeke and Eren who had a conversation together, but no, it was Eren and Yelena who had that conversation, and Yelena said important stuff, you know, what Zeke wanted. I think that there is also something with what Yelena did, proved, you know, to everyone that she was one of Zeke's followers, all of these deaths and stuff like that. We know also that Pique, she said it, how I had a real interest into some of the soldiers, and we saw that she was on that boat with Yelena like that, you know, waiting. Maybe it was because you were investigating on these deaths, or maybe it was truly about Yelena, like you went that far on your investigation, Pique. I think that there is something right there. And Yelena, she did that, and no one knew that she would do it, talk with Eren. She's one of the closest, you know, to Zeke, so it's not that surprising. But the fact that Zeke... oh, I don't know. And what Eren can do now, I truly don't know. Really, we miss big informations to explain Eren changing that much. To be able, you know, to make that attack on Paradise Island, on this government. I mean, all of the season 3, we fought so much to be free to... I mean, free... on Paradise Paradise Island to have the truth going out, to have people that we trust on the government to rule, you know, Paradise Island. We fought so much, you know, for that, for having this situation. So okay, right now they're lying, and okay, right now you're in jail, but right now we're talking about a suicidal mission attack that you made on the government, Eren. For me, it truly means that for Eren, there is no side, you know, like, it's not the audience of Paradise Island fighting against the Marleyans and the audience who are with the Marleyans. Like, it's not 1 versus 1 anymore. It's really Eren and what he thinks, what he wants against the rest of the world. Do you understand what I mean? Like, if you can do that, Eren, again, what can you do in front of your friends if they are against you? The fact that Armin still thinks that you can talk together, maybe you can understand the situation. I don't know about that. Because I don't know that Eren. You think that Zeke manipulated him? Before this episode, you know, before seeing him organizing that terrorist attack and going like that with this Jaegerist, before that, I said it, I thought that they were working together, but they were not true allies. Maybe their intentions are not the same at the end, and they are bluffing with each other, something like that. But now that you did something that big and that important, Eren, I mean, the consequences that it's gonna have, you know, what you just did, like, you can never come back and be forgiven for what you did. You know, the justice situation, it just committed a terrorist attack, it just killed someone from the government. According to their rules, to their justice and all, they should put you in jail for life. Not kill you because you're a titan, so they can't. But still, you can never come back from that, you know, with your own people, Eren. At what point it changed? You know, the fact that you're fighting for your people to be free, for your people to be safe. At what point it changed and your desire of revenge took all of the place, and you stopped listening to other people's opinions and you only believing your you know, his own truth, his own opinion, his stuff. Because I truly don't think that Zeke manipulated him for all of that. Like, a big part of it is coming from Eren. And truly how he acted and all. He's not a teenager anymore, he's an adult, he's taking decisions, big decisions, involving life of people, his enemies, like his friends, his allies, like... Yes, it's really Eren and what he thinks against the rest of the world. It was really important what just happened, also for the symbolic, you know, that it means for his character, for his evolution, for what is gonna happen into the future. I'm worried about it. And Jade, the fact that she wants, you know, to have the truth, she's still investigating on that. Oh, the military factions against each other, I really thought that we were over that, you know, with all of what happened. But no, apparently we're not. Pixies, what he said, you know, I agree with him, with all of what he says, except for the fact that I think that you're lying to yourself, you know, a little, if you think that you can negotiate with Eren. You're gonna go to see Eren, you're gonna tell him, okay, we're gonna follow you, but you have to do that and that, like, we have to negotiate, what you did was really wrong and all. Eren is gonna be like, no, and Pixies, you're gonna be forced to be like, ah, okay. Like, we still need you to defend ourselves, we can't defend ourselves without you, we're gonna all die without you, so we have to follow you. It's an obligation at this point. Like the Marleyans, they are coming, we saw it with Pique. And imagine, you know, that they are attacking right now, they can kill everyone without Eren and his Jaegerist. The fact that we're still having, you know, Annie on screen, Annie blocked like that. Again, I can't wait for her to get out of that thing to see how she's gonna react. But the girl, you know, is so calm that she's gonna be like, we're screwed again. None of you did the right thing. It's just how rotten that society is. You don't deserve peace. You don't deserve to live. That's Annie. Okay, I'm gonna stop this review right now and I'm gonna end this session of binge watching, you know, of these 3 last episodes together. That was cool. That was a day full of informations, full of flashbacks, full of stuff. One big reveal, Historia is pregnant. One big action, 2 big actions, Falco and Gabby are out of jail. Eren is out of jail and made that terrorist attack on the government. But yes, it was mostly episodes about informations and stuff. I felt it like that, you know, at least. It's cool also, you know, to not be desperate and nervous and emotional and you know, to not live intense emotions with each episode of Attack on Titan. It's cool also to have some regular episode like that. Okay, so it's all for you and for me for today. So it's all for me for now. So bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me you built a time machine?
Great.